So today we'll do a video on the changes to Supercoach in 2020, and they're probably going to change tomorrow morning when I wake up, but we'll discuss them anyway. It looks like we're going to get a 17 game season. I think they just had a call, the Players Association or something had a call the AFL, and they came to some agreement. I don't know, things are going to keep changing, so for now I think we just plan for a 17 game season. That's what I read on Twitter, but who knows anymore. It's really weird what's going on. I think we're all don't know what the hell's going on with anything. But with Supercoach, I'll just go over strategy and then changes I'd make to the game, which I'm sure they're going over. So the good thing about changes to the game is it seems like in the Herald Sun post about, we're going to get some changes to the game, they're working through them. The good thing was they believe that they have the IT capabilities to make changes, which is good because we don't want to be stuck with a game where they don't know how to implement changes or whatever. So that's good. I think is it Virtual Sports that run it? I'm not sure, but yeah, hopefully that gives us confidence. So that's good. So we shouldn't have to worry about that side of things. Changes I'd make to the game. One of the best things about Supercoach is that the game's barely changed. And some video games, I guess, I don't know, I'm comparing it to a video game because it kind of is. They need to keep making changes to the game, keep people interested, keep people talking. But Supercoach doesn't really need that, which is good. So Supercoach doesn't change. It's good. So it's just the things we research other players rather than the game changes. And I would almost keep that exactly the same. I still think we need 30 trades. It's too late to add players to the bench. It's too late to mess with the salary cap. We get 10 million. If we get a 17 game season in the future, then we can look at salary cap, or they can look at salary cap, but I don't see how it's possible now. The only thing I would change, which doesn't really affect all that much when picking your starting team, I think, is that price changes should happen a week earlier. So usually they play one game, they play second game, third game, boom, price rise. Now play one game, second game, price rise. So we can finish a team quicker. And usually we finish our teams players have inflated in price lately. So past few years it gets later and later. It's usually about round 16, anywhere between 14 and 17, probably there. And this year it would have probably been the same, maybe like round 15, round 16, 17, when the game's already over. So yeah, with more rookies making money quicker, maybe we can finish it just in time or around league finals, which will be the final 4 weeks of the 17 round season. So that's the only change to the game I would make personally. I don't see why any other change would need to be made. I don't know why you would change the amount of trades. We still need 30 to complete our team. So I don't know. That's up to them, but that's what I would do. And I've thought about it, but I'm sure they're thinking about it a lot more and have more discussion or more perspectives from other people. So that's just me coming up with it. And a strategy for Supercoach 2020. Well, it feels like we're not going to have we finish our teams and then we let our teams in round 15, round 16, we let them sit there for the next 7, 8, 9, whatever it is, next 8 rounds or so. And we don't have that anymore because we just don't. So that means that value becomes more important in the front half of the year because we need points early more now. Because I think the guy from AFL Fantasy that's won twice in a row, Moriarty's, I don't know how to say it, Magic or something. I'm sorry to keep bringing up AFL Fantasy, but he said, I think it was today or yesterday, and I know it's a different game, but still strategies are kind of similar. It's a bit different AFL Fantasy, but he didn't get to the number 1 spot until very, very late in the season. So he kind of primed himself, would have maximized cash generation, nailed his picks, probably most, if not all of them. AFL Fantasy is more forgiving because they get more trades. So yeah, he didn't peak till late in the season, and now you can't do that. You can't wait to peak late in the season. You have to kind of peak earlier, if that makes sense. or not so much peak earlier, but get your total points up earlier. So yeah, we don't have to aim to complete our teams with we don't have to have a perfect team. Value picks are going to be more relevant. Because for example, I said no Hugh McLuggage because he probably averages I don't know, 105 because he's not playing inside. Maybe he averages more. But in the back end of the season, that's going to cost you 10 points a game because the other guy has Bontempelli at M8 or something with 115. Now that doesn't happen, so take more punts on mid prices is probably better. The only change I've made is I don't really want to drop Whitfield, but I've split Whitfield into Houston and Brayshaw. And I don't think I'd pick Brayshaw if we had 22 rounds. I just prefer Segler and Lynch, but who knows, that's debatable. So yeah, basically take a slightly more mid-pricer. I think still stick to guns and rookies for the most part, but instead of picking 2 or 3 mid-prices, you can pick 4 or 5 or whatever. And then we still have the rookie shortage. We're supposed to have, I think players are getting 50 top-up players, and then teams will probably get 3 each. I don't know, 2 or 3 each. That doesn't mean anything at this point. So, and then there's a whole time on ground thing. Are they going to shorten games? Well, who knows? I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't work around that just yet. I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, that's what I would do. So yeah, summarized, I'd make one change. Rookies or price changes occur after 2 games instead of 3. Wouldn't make any other changes. In strategy, maybe we consider mid prices a bit more. Yeah, we don't have to have the perfect team at the end of the day this year like we usually plan to. So that's all from me. Hopefully you all do well and get food supplies that you want. And that's it. Have a good night and we'll see you soon.